Yo, what's up, investors? How y'all doing? Welcome back to another episode with KJD Investor. It's Sunday evening. They turned the market back on, guys, and you know I love to watch it as they cut it back on Sunday evening. Right now, let's just go over the portfolio. Right now, the portfolio is sitting at $43,595. Already within the past hour, the market opened back up at 8 o'clock. Already in the past hour, we've made $117 so far. So the market has been down the last past week, but it looks like it's making a strong comeback. We're gonna bypass some of these so we can go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes of the market. My stocks and ETFs. Like I said, I got VU. I still got 1.2 shares of VU. If you know, VU tracks the S&P 500, but I stopped investing in VU only because the price was so high, and I started investing in SPLG, this stock right here. SPLG is the SPDR portfolio S&P 500. Right now it's trading at $64.76. This is my largest position in my portfolio. The ETF that tracks the S&P 500. It's the 500 largest companies in America. Well diversified. Is well spaced out. It's a broad index fund. So I got 113 shares of SPLG. Market value is $7,327.23. My average cost is $60.08. Today return already since the market been on is $21.50. Total return right now is $530.06. I'm looking forward to expanding my position with SPLG from 113 shares up to 200 shares and even further than that. I kind of want to put myself on a mission to get to my first 1,000 shares of an ETF or a stock, and I want it to be SPLG. All because it's like it's a core ETF for me. It's like a foundational ETF. It's something that you really got to have. Like if your goal is to really build wealth, if your goal is to really replace your active income with a passive income, SPLG is one main way to go. Another good ETF or stock that'll help do that, build passive income, is going to be SCHD. That's the Schwab US Dividend ETF. And finally, it's past the $80 mark. Looks like for good, but it's at $81.20, and I bought a lot of it while it was in the $70s and $60 range. I got 67 shares of SCHD. Market value is $5,443.90. Average cost $77.96. Today's return is $6.03. Total return of $217.28. SCHD is a good dividend paying ETF. It's not the fastest grower ETF. Kind of like SPLG grows a little bit faster, but it's more of a high paying dividend ETF. This dividend pays the highest percentage in dividends in all the ETFs that I got. So SCHD is a really good one for like retirement and things like that. So I'm looking forward to building up that particular portfolio position to over 100 shares of SCHD. Next up, I want to talk about DGRO. DGRO is the iShares Core Dividend Growth ETF. Now, you notice the answer is in the name. This one is a growth ETF. DGRO is a high growth ETF over the years, or year to date, I'm sorry. If you look at it year to date, it's grown 11.15%. Anything over 8%, we're getting rich. You know the motto. I currently have 68.7 shares of DGRO. I'm also looking forward to expanding this one to well over 100 shares. But right now, this is where we are. I'm looking forward, like I said, looking forward in these next couple of weeks to adding more to this position. Market value is $4,091.16. Average cost is $56.42. Today's return, I've already made today $11.69 off of this ETF. Total return $213.05. DGRO If you are also looking to build wealth and replace your active income with a passive one, DGRO, the growth dividend ETF, is a great way to go. And in those three holdings, SPLG, SCHD, and DGRO, I'm going to definitely grow these shares into the 1,000 shares position, because that's just how much I believe in these three ETFs. Like, out of everything else you can invest in, I got regular companies, I got regular stocks and things like that. But in order for me to like build the wealth that I'm looking for, to not have to worry about a job, not have to worry about going somewhere, and I can actually control my time, buy back my time, so to speak. Also, you want assets big enough to generate enough income so you'll be able to go live the lifestyle that you want without having to worry about how you can afford it. I'm telling you, these three ETLs I would like for you to consider, because these three ETLs helps build passive incomes that can take the place of active incomes. Of course, I still got NVIDIA. It's growing. I got 40 shares of that. 2 shares of Meta. Still got to add to that. Google Class C. I got to add more to that. I got Google Class A. 12 shares. Google Class C. I got 3 shares. Meta 2 shares. NVIDIA 40 shares. What else I got? LTEC. Now, LTEC is another ETF we could take a look at. It's the Fidelity Information Technology Index ETF. Year to date, it is up 20.30%. So obviously, this is a position I want to grow. I got 4.5 shares right now. If I can get this one up to over 100 shares in this position, that's a win in my book. Because like I said, look at this year-to-date growth. This particular ETF, at first I wasn't so sure about it, but I have good reason to think that it would do good. It tracks the technology sector. All the big tech companies that I like investing in individually and together, like Apple and Microsoft, NVIDIA, even Tesla, things like that. This ETF will track those individually, well, collectively. Market value $782.63. Average cost $153.78. Right now, we're taking a slight loss in the position of it right now because it's kind of down, but overall total return of $75.87. I wish I would have grew this a lot sooner, a lot quicker, but guess what? We can't cry over spilled milk. We have to take what we got right now and just keep going forward. So I'm going to be expanding this position here in the next close near future from 4.5 shares to over 10, 20, 30, 40, 100, 200, 300 to 1,000. So that's my plan. That's my goal, to multiply this income with FTEC. That's another good one. So if you include that one, those are the 4 big ETFs that I'm investing in that's going to help change my financial future. Also, you guys know I got great companies that I picked, like Walmart and Coca-Cola. Even, like I said, Microsoft and Amazon, Apple, NVIDIA, Meta, Big Tech. Those are all kind of companies that I invest in. I'm looking forward to this overall portfolio going north of the $43,000 mark, and I believe it will. Wait till the market opens tomorrow. Let's see what kind of news we get in the media. We'll see what type of prices we'll be looking at. I hope you guys found this educational or informative, and if you enjoyed it, I would like for you to consider hitting that subscribe button and also hitting that like button. Share the video. Share this with your friends, your neighbors, your mom, your dad, people who doesn't know much about investing, but who are willing to learn. Until next time, this is KJ the Investor. Appreciate you. Love you guys. Out.